better determine, you know, if we have a 5-person family, we'd love to have all 5 members of the family be signed up for one thing or another. You know, maybe on mom and dad like photography, maybe the kids are into dance, you know, whatever. Try to get all 5 of them involved. We can look and see, you know, if we have a multiple child family, how many of them are using our program. It might be something again, in personal contact as a way to find out, you know, if only one child is a member and the rest of the family isn't, what may be the reason why. We're only as good as our information. Again, thank you.
Next, we're up to item 7, action items. Item A.
Steve Larson with Ehlers and Associates is here to review the results of yesterday's RFPs that we received.
Thanks, Marie. Good to be with you again. Nice presentation. Enjoyed it. I'm part of the active senior community too. Sorry to say that, but anyway, we had a sale yesterday for the bonds that we agreed to sell, and we sold $183,000. Part of that was a refunding of the 1999 issue. We did that because we could save some money. We ended up saving about $12,000, which will go towards park projects, and so that was good. And then we the net towards projects is going to be about $365,000 for capital projects, capital improvements from this bond issue. We took bids for the sale of the bonds, and this was marketed to area regional banks on a direct placement basis, and we had 3 bids. And the Wheaton Bank and Trust was low bid with a 1.85% interest rate, true interest cost rate, and they will buy bonds and hold it to maturity. We also have bids from Park Ridge, Community Advantage, and First Midwest Bank, Plainfield. It was a pretty good number of bids. Sometimes we sent this out probably to 15, 20 banks, that sort of thing. And it's a good market. The interest rates came in close to where we were estimating them to be, maybe slightly higher, but doing real well. So I think it was a successful sale. And this document just shows you what the principal and interest is and payments, that sort of thing. On the last page, on the spreadsheet here on your packet, something you've seen before when we went through this, shows all your bonded debt, and I think it's helpful to review a little bit on this. Is that our plan was to sell, amortize these bonds over 5 years, and then you would be able to do another, what we call a limited bond issue in the next 5 years. If you look at the far right-hand column, column 12, you can see that below the line there, the debt service, the amount of P&I available for debt service is very limited because we used it all with this bond issue. And then you'll start picking up some margin after that. And in column 6 is your total bond levies, and as you recall, after 2016, your bond levy will drop from 920 to about 260. So you have a possible opportunity to do something there. So that's the long and short of it. Be happy to answer any questions about the sale or that sort of thing. You're going to, you'll be needing to adopt a bond ordinance to put this into place. It's on your agenda. I think an action item there. And the bond ordinance, once it's approved, and that will be filed with the county clerks, and then that will tell them to levy the amount of taxes needed to pay back these bonds, and you'll get distributions from the county treasurer every year to pay back these bonds. A little high finance here. There's pretty, the market's pretty wild today. 10-year treasury was below 180. I don't know if you saw that. You know, we think rates are going to go up, whether they're still coming down a little bit. And the stock market was a little wild out there. But anyway, it stood out real well. And anybody have a question?
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, a proposal has been received from Wheaton Bank and Trust, Wheaton, Illinois, for the purchase of $583,000 non-referendum general obligation park bonds to be issued by the district pursuant to section 6-4 of the Park District Code for the payment of land condemned or purchased for parks for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the same and the existing land and facilities of the district, and for the payment of the expenses incident thereto, and for the purpose of certain outstanding bonds of the district, and that the Board of Park Commissioners will consider the adoption of an ordinance providing for the issue of said bonds and the levy of a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest thereon. Par amount of the bonds, $583,000, purchase price, $583,000, average life, 2.659 years, true interest cost, 1.853 1974%, new money, $372,500, refunding of series 1999 bonds, $210,500. The district saved $11,141.88 in net present value by refunding the remainder of the 1999 bonds. Average life 2.659 years, true interest cost 1.853 1974%. Seeking a motion to approve ordinance 2015-01, providing for the issue of general obligation limited tax park bonds, series 2015A, for the payment of land condemned or purchased for parks, for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the same, and the existing land and facilities of the district for the purpose of refunding certain outstanding bonds of the district, and providing for the levy of a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest on said bonds of the district, and providing for the levy of a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest on said bonds. Is there a motion? You're gonna read that first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ordinance 2015-01, an ordinance providing for the issue of $583,000 general obligation limited tax park bonds, series 2015A, of the Plainfield Township Park District, Little and Kendall Counties, Illinois, for the payment of land for parks, for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the same, and the existing land and facilities of said park district, and for the payment of the expenses incident thereto, for the purpose of refunding certain outstanding bonds of said park district, providing for the levy of a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest on said bonds, and authorizing the sale of said bonds to Wheaton Bank and Trust.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve ordinance 2015-01.
Okay.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Now discussion.
I had a discussion, but I had talked with Executive Director on this. But the one thing I did ask in private conversation was whether the revenue was already included in the ongoing budget. Which you answered for me, which it was not, correct?
Portion, Maureen, just to help me clarify, a portion of this, we had originally budgeted $75,000 to the current operating budget, but then when we met with Steve, it was more beneficial for the district to extend this over 3 years to exceed, or to garnish more proceeds off the bond issuance by just through issuance costs, et cetera. Am I correct when we talked?
Isn't that capital projects?
Right, but 75,000 was allocated
For
initially.
this current fiscal year, and the rest is.
Correct.
So, you know, and also, just when I was discussing with you on that, I did want a little bit more clarification because, you know, it's over 500,000, et cetera, in bonds issued. But the specification here, you know, I guess I wanted a little more specificity, can't even say it right, specifics on that, on, you know, whether it was going towards parks, whether it was going towards, where, you know, in other words, and not down to a dollar amount or a penny amount or anything like that, but overall, so we have sort of an idea, because it could be either or on any of this, or on one thing and not on any of the other.
The way we're utilizing the funds as they come in is with our capital fund, we're gonna move some of the dollars that were established to 2017, which we didn't have full funding on coming 2017 for some of our capital projects. We can use this towards, we're in the process of redeveloping Mayfair Park. We have some vehicles that need to be replaced by our life cycle, so this is where these dollars will come in, and it will just shift some of the capital dollars that are sitting there that were allocated for this year or next year down to like 2017, where we didn't have full funding on.
Any other discussion? A motion was made by Commissioner Ayers that the Park Board of Commissioners
I'm sorry.
approve ordinance 2015-01, seconded by Commissioner Newton. Roll call?
Ayers,
Yes.
Hurtado, Ludeman,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes.
Poling,
Yes.
Solowski,
Yes.
Stein,
No.
motion carries.
Item B, seeking a motion to approve resolution 2015-01, a resolution authorizing the execution of a recreational lease agreement with ComEd.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Is that you, Peter?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, a motion was made by Commissioner Hurtado that the Park Board of Commissioners approve resolution 2015-01, seconded by Commissioner Solowski. Is there any discussion?
I had a question on, in looking at the concerns of the attorney, one of the issues brought up was wetlands. Are there wetlands involved here?
Don't believe so. There's any, I cannot believe there's any designated wetlands. That's just, this is pretty much their standard contract.
Okay, yeah, I
And
understand.
with Matt's recommendations, I did take these back to our agent of record on this one, and I got the simple answer of this is, they're not looking to move the.
Okay, yeah, I was just
lease
concerned
agreement.
that with the river being there, that maybe wetlands were involved, and
It's in flood.
it's a concern of mine. Okay,
That's my understanding, it's in floodplain.
Yes, it's in floodplain.
okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call.
Ayers,
Yes.
Hurtado, Ludeman,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes.
Poling,
Yes.
Solowski,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
motion carries.
Item C, seeking a motion to approve resolution 2015-02, a resolution authorizing the execution of an access lease agreement with ComEd.
So moved.
Second.
A motion was made by Commissioner Hurtado to approve resolution 2015-02, seconded by Commissioner Solowski. Is there any discussion on that? Roll call.
Ayers,
Yes.
Hurtado,
Yep.
Ludeman,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes.
Poling,
Yes.
Solowski,
Yes.
Stein,
Yes.
motion carries.
Item D, seeking a motion to approve resolution 2015-03, a resolution authorizing the execution of a construction engineering services for federal participation with the Illinois Department of Transportation.
So moved. Second.
Okay. A motion was made by Commissioner Hurtado that the Park Board of Commissioners approve resolution 2015-03, seconded by Commissioner Ayers. Is there any discussion?
Just so we're, to go back, this was some of the information that was presented at the September board meeting. We kind of gave further direction to proceed, but then as we proceed with the IDOT verification for the bid letting that we're trying to accomplish by January 20th, this came back to need a formal resolution to signify that we had entered into such.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ayers,
Yes.
Hurtado, Ludeman,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes.
Poling,
Yes.
Yes.
Solowski,
Yes.
Stein, motion carries.
Now we're up to item 8, new business. Is there any new business? No new business, all right. Item 9, board directives. We're really not having today. Any commissioner comments?
Well, just to recap, I will set the meeting for February
Oh, that's right.
18th at 6 o'clock, and the location will be determined in the near future. I will get back in contact and consult to let them know.
Okay. Commissioner Ayers, do you have any comments?
Happy New Year.
Commissioner Hurtado? Okay. Commissioner Newton?
Just received this thing today about the commemoration for this center here, and I thought that maybe we should consider making a donation to the township for their trees, leaves, acorns, and stone donut. Just a suggestion. That's all I have.
Does anyone have any other comment on that?
Noted.
I'm sorry.
So noted.
It's a nice.
I mean, that, would we would like to see it on, I think just because of the fact that it's another governmental agency, that would be something I would want the board to take action on. So would you like to see it on the next
That's
agenda for
fine.
action?
That's fine.
Okay.
Commissioner Pauling?
I just want to share that I am volunteering to do a program for the seniors, who we don't want to call seniors, myself included. It's going to be about food fads and healthy eating, and that's going to be in February here.
Commissioner Slumsky?
I just wanted to thank Mr. Booth for his presentation, and also to Corinne. Could you please stand up? Thank you so very much for all the work that you've done
Commissioner Steinitz?
I'd like to thank Commissioner and staff in regards to ice skating rink. Well done.
That would be
Now
Gene and his.
we need to proceed on building our indoor facility. We need an indoor swimming pool, basketball courts, and all the rest. But the goodies.
I just want to say Happy New Year, echoing what Rob had said. It's a new year. We're in a new location for our meetings. This is much quieter. The acoustics sound a lot better, so to me, it seems very nice. I'm happy with it. And that's kind of all I have. Do we have a close executive
Yes.
session? Okay. Seeking a motion to go into executive session as permitted under the Open Meetings Act under 5 ILCS 120-2.C.2, collective negotiation matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives to be convened. A motion was made by Commissioner Hurtado that the Park Board of Commissioners enter into executive session permitted under the Open Meetings Act, and seconded by Commissioner Steinitz to reconvene. Roll call?
Ayers?
Yes.
Hurtado?
Yes.
Goodwin?
Yes.
Newton?
Yes.
Pauling?
Yes.
Slumsky? Yes. Steinitz?
Yes.
Motion carries.